Okay, solution for question number 2. So basically question number 2 is from chapter 3, Momentum and Impulse. Okay, so the question is, a 20-gram bullet is fired and travels with a speed of 800 meters per second. It hits a 5-kilogram wooden block initially at rest and stuck inside and causing the block to move. So first thing first, as always, we are going to draw the situation of the question. So we have a bullet. Okay, so bullet travels with velocity 800 meters per second. So it travels, okay, it hits a wooden block. Okay, wooden block. So let's say we symbolize it as big, capital B. So this is initially at rest. So it's going to be U wooden block is equal to 0 meter per second. So this is your UB. Okay, so after the collision, the bullet is stuck inside the block. So let's say this is our block and the bullet is inside the block. Okay, so now we can understand, or we can think of that our bullet and the block will move with similar final velocity. So they only have one value of V. So based on this condition, let's look at the requirement of the first question. Determine the final velocity of the bullet and the block initially after the block is hit. Okay, so we are applying the conservation of linear momentum. So we have the summation of momentum initial is equal to summation of momentum final. Okay, so let us write down the equation first. The general equation, MB bullet UB plus M block U block equal to M1 plus M2 times velocity for both. Okay, so let us substitute the values. So 20 gram is to be converted into kilogram minus 3. UB is 800. So as we know, UB for block is equal to 0. We can just straight away move to the right side of the equation. So M1 is 20 times 10 to minus 3 plus 5 kilogram. So we want to find V. Okay, so your calculation will be done and you're supposed to get the final velocity is 3.19 meter per second. And the next question is, show that the collision is inelastic. Okay, so inelastic means, I hope you still remember, for inelastic collision, our kinetic energy is not conserved, meaning that our initial kinetic energy is not equal to final kinetic energy. So class, we have to prove this. Okay, we are proving this. Okay, because we know that it is inelastic collision. So how? So one of the ways to prove is we can calculate initial kinetic energy separately with final kinetic energy, and from the two numbers we can conclude that it is inelastic collision. So summation of K initial is half M bullet U bullet only, okay, squared. So substitute the values. You'll have M bullet is 20 minus 3. U bullet is 800 squared. Okay, don't forget to square the 800. Then you will get 6,400 joule. And next, we need to find our summation of kinetic energy final. So it's equal to MB plus M block times velocity final squared. So it is 20 times 10 to minus 3 plus 5, 3.19 squared. And the answer is 25.24 joule. So from these two values of kinetic energy initial and summation of kinetic energy final, we are proving that this is an elastic collision, as both values are different.